Gonna make sure you guys can see me okay. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Kay the Blessed Driver here, and hopefully got my computer set up okay over here. This is actually my phone, but yeah. Okay, I was just telling a few people that I was gonna be live. Um, so it's gonna be kind of Q&A tonight. Um, yeah. Hey, how you doing, Dawn? Hey, Alejandra, how you doing? Hi, Daniel. Oh, Daniel, you're an artist. That's good. That's good. That's what's up. All right, so you guys, today is the 2nd of October, and it is live, and hopefully you guys can see me okay. Oh, Daniel just asked what I've been up to. I've been working and just kind of, just taking it easy and, taking it day by day. And hi Cheryl, how you doing? Hi. Yeah, I've just been taking it day by day and just working on some things. Actually, yesterday and part of today, I was working on some art, and this is actually one of my pieces. If you can see it, that's a piece I finished yesterday. You have to excuse my hands because I have some acrylic and my nails look terrible. But yeah, that I finished an abstract piece. It looks small, but it's not too bad. And I've been working on some art. That's what I've been doing. Hi, hi, Rhonda. How you doing? Yeah. So been kind of focusing on art a little bit and just trying to get some things in order. Oh, thank you, Don. Yeah, I have some more pieces, but they're in my room. I finished one last night, and so I've been buying some art supplies, and so I've been working on some of my art. So hey, Romeo, you gonna be good today? Romeo's gonna be nice. Daniel asked, any more Instacart? Like, what do you mean? Like, are you asking, am I still with them, or did you have any questions? Okay, Romeo, I'm glad. Yeah, someone just, oh, he asked, do I still do it? Yeah, I mean, I do Instacart sometimes. Excuse me, I have a scratchy voice. Um, yeah, I do it sometimes. And Cheryl, I'm going to get with you 1 second, talk about that. Um, but I don't do it that much because, like I said in my previous videos, like last month, I start a new job very, 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 very soon. And so, but I do the app-based gigs part-time. I still do Uber Eats. I do Grubhub. And basically, I'm on the apps full-time until I start doing them part-time. And then once I do them part-time, I'll focus on my job and my other projects that I'm working on. And so that's kind of like what's been going on. But I do Instacart once in a blue moon, like, once in a while, just to keep my status current. And but they always be on something. They always got something going on. There's always something going on with Instacart. So yeah, I do it once in a blue moon. Um, Romeo says, you watching UDM. I don't know what UDM is. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Cheryl says, I'm an artist as well. You are the reason why I joined app-based gigs. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I'm glad. Yeah, so yeah, she says amen to that on Instacart. Yeah, and some of you guys have been a blessing, especially for those of you guys that use my links and stuff, because I'm telling you, this has been a blessing. And I just kind of feel like, even by putting information to help you guys, it's been kind of like a pay it forward type of thing. And so, but yeah, I'm still working on my art. But like I said, this is a piece I did yesterday. This is an abstract piece I did yesterday. And I'm actually going to add more to it, and I'm going to add some like slimmer canvases that I'm going to work on. That's going to go side by side with this, and so it's going to look really nice. Romeo says YouTube channel. Romeo, I'm not sure who UDM is. I'm not really sure what that is. Cheryl says you were in reference to there's always something going on with Instacart. Yeah. Yeah, there's always something going on, but they're making improvements and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys have seen that. But keep in mind that like when I do these live videos, guys, some of them I'll actually keep on my channel, and some of them I won't. So a lot of the factors kind of go into play, like how long the video was, because most YouTubers keep their like their live videos up, even if they're like an hour or two. Like I see it all the time, you know, but especially if like they do interviews and stuff. But it depends on the content and like what we're talking about. Like if I'm talking like on a focused, more centralized content, then I will keep it up there. But some topics may be kind of like not off, but just kind of like maybe more um I guess more serious than others, and depending on what we're talking about, that I usually won't keep those up. Like this one, I may or may not. So, but usually sometimes I get on here just to talk, and also give information. If you guys have any questions, um, Dawn says, "I'd love to hear more on your Amazon experience." Okay, well, I just did a video on Dawn, and so it kind of explains most of it. But as you guys, if you guys don't know, I have been with Amazon Flex since I want to say October, November of 2016. And that was around the time of when I started to actually get involved with the app-based gigs and stuff, you know, with Instacart and with Postmates and all of those, right? And so, long story short, I didn't do it because even though I watched the training videos and I did all that stuff, I just wasn't comfortable with logistics because I just wasn't feeling it. And I kind of felt like I would probably screw up if I went to the warehouses or whatever and scan the wrong package. I don't know. I was just feeling weird about it. And plus, like, I don't want to go out to Tangelo Park. Now, here in Orlando, like you guys, if you guys are from Orlando, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like Tangelo Park, not the whole area, but most of the area in Tangelo Park is kind of rough. It's kind of like Pine Hills, if you guys know the Orlando area. Some parts are kind of, you know, some parts aren't, but I just don't want to drive all the way out there just to pick up packages and deliver them. You know what I mean? And so, but they have other warehouses, and how I found out about the warehouses is, um, I was doing an Uber one night, and I picked up this girl, and I picked her up from an Amazon warehouse. I want to say, I don't think it was in Davenport, but I want to say it was in Winter Haven here in Florida, and it was a long drive. So I'm thinking, where are we going? Because I had to drive her back home, and she lived further out in Orlando, so it was like a 45-minute drive, like almost an hour. And so we talked a little bit, and that's kind of how I found out more about the Amazon. And so and after that, like I just didn't want to drive. And then it wasn't until and how I got started, and I should have put this in my previous video, but I talk a lot. And so how I got started with doing Prime is I was doing I think it was like a Grubhub order. I want to say it was Grubhub. It was Grubhub. And this was like last year. And I was doing Grubhub in Orlando, and I was at this barbecue joint, and I seen this young guy. He could have been maybe like 21, 20. And I seen him picking up an order, and I kind of glanced at what he was doing because I thought maybe he was doing Grubhub too. And so I said, oh, because then after I heard what he said to the lady, he was, oh yeah, I'm picking up for Amazon. And so I was like, oh, you want to do Amazon? He goes, yeah. I said, I didn't know that Amazon did restaurant delivery. And I had no idea at that time that Amazon was doing Prime for restaurant pickups and deliveries. I had no idea that they did that. And so we talked for a little bit, and I was like, well, how do I sign up? Because I thought it was automatic. He goes, no, you have to sign up for Prime. I was like, well, I knew what Prime was, but I guess there's like a certain way you apply for it. And he told me. So I didn't know that you have to actually ask them to put Prime onto your account. Now, it might have changed by now because this was like a year ago, like a year and a half ago, I think. Probably like a year and a half ago. And so I didn't know you had to like request it. And he told me how to do it. And he actually told me the link to go to, and I did that, and I submitted a request, and so they added Prime into my account. And so that's when but I still didn't do it yet because I realized that some of the areas, like for Amazon Prime, if you guys know, as far as doing restaurant deliveries, it's not everywhere. So I'm trying to say this the right way. But I'm starting to notice that like even with like Amazon Prime, people who order like from like restaurants and stuff, like usually they're people who have money, you know, and it's kind of like Grubhub. Not that people Grubhub do or don't, but I've noticed that you'll see more Amazon Prime deliveries more in like upscale areas, wealthier areas, or upper middle class or middle class areas usually. And so, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. Um, and so Ty says, what would you say is the best paying app gig I've done? Okay, I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Good question, Ty. And so, you know, but after that, like the video I just put up for Amazon, like, um, I started doing Amazon Flex this year, even though I've been on the platform for a couple years. So, but my first delivery was like $20, and then the second was like 13 or $12, and I had did one yesterday at Whole Foods, and that came out to like $36, but that was three deliveries, so it was like three deliveries in like one block, and so I was like, that's too much driving for me. Like the money's nice, but it's way too much driving, especially when I'm in this one part of town and I have to go all the way out. I mean, I was in like one part of town and I had to go all, for those of you that are in Orlando, I had to go all the way out to like past Michigan, past Bumpy. I was far. I'm like, scratch this, And so it was funny when I was there at Whole Foods, because when I got there, they were just like looking at me. And I believe that some of the people, like, it was like three or four girls that were back there, and I think they probably recognized me from my channel, because that's how I know when people recognize me. It's like they stare at me, they don't say nothing, they just stare, and so I just pretend like it's like whatever. And so yeah, and so I was like, wait a minute. So when I realized I had three orders, I said, I didn't know I had these many orders. And so she goes, yeah, you have to pick up more than one sometimes. And I looked at her, I started shaking my head. I was like, She goes, what? I was like, yeah, but I was like, I was like, for this amount? I was like, no. And we started laughing. He goes, yeah, because some people have to pick up five. And so I was like, yeah. And so it wasn't that bad. And so to answer Ty's question, she said, what is the best paying app gig I've done? I would say when I first started doing this a couple years ago, like initially it was, I would say Uber at that time when I started. And then when I kind of weaned off of rideshare, I would say out of all of them that I made the most money is Instacart. Instacart, I made a lot of money. And before I kind of like weaned myself off of that platform and wasn't doing it full time, I was making like anywhere between like five and close to $1,000 a week, depending on how many hours and what zone I was working in. And so, but things kind of like died down, especially when they started cutting the commission rates and a whole bunch of shoppers, and it was a lot going on. It's just a lot of foolishness and stuff. But Instacart, I would say, was probably the most lucrative. And then I would say the runner up, I did pretty good with Postmates, but I just don't like the rating system. And then I would say like the runner up will probably be Grubhub, because I do pretty good with them. I do really well. But I would say Grubhub and Amazon Flex, you can make really good money with them. So Dawn says, I've been asking them, maybe you can drop the link. But the link, Dawn's asking what link in regards to Amazon Flex to get Prime. That's what it was. It was Prime. It was like Prime, really. And so he said you have to go and request Prime. And so that's what I did. And so the best way to get Prime added onto your account is when you go into the Amazon Flex app, go into the help section. I think it's a help section or whatever. And then like basically submit a ticket. And once you submit a ticket, then just tell them what you want. Say, hey, can you please add on Prime to my account? I would like to do restaurant and Amazon Fresh deliveries. And then they'll let you know if they can add it on to you, because I know it might not be available in all areas, but once it becomes available, then you'll be able to do them. Ty says, I love them. They have base pay per batch, just slow in Nebraska. Yeah, Ty, I mean, I'm assuming that you're talking about Instacart. Yeah, because they have like the base pay, which is like the commission rate. And here, depending on the zone, it can be kind of low. But I remember like when they first started here in Orlando, I'm talking about Instacart, like they had people that worked for Instacart, like the representatives or whatever. They came from San Francisco to train us. It's different now. Like they wouldn't dare do that now because they have mentors and shift leads or whatever. But they actually came down here, and I guess because it was so relatively new here in Orlando, and so the training was great. It was simple and easy and great. And so you can still do very good with it, And my thing is, I still could, but it's just that you have to work a lot harder, work a lot more hours, at least where I am. And I'm just over that. And like I said, my seasons are changing. Dawn says, I am on logistics side. Yeah, because I know for Amazon Flex, like that's why I don't want to do logistics. I do not like, I just don't feel comfortable because like it reminds me of like UPS or FedEx. and I don't want to scan nobody's packages and mess it up, and then they, I just don't want to do that. And from what I've seen and heard, it's a lot of pressure. To me, that's too much pressure. I mean, there's enough pressure delivering groceries and deliver them within a certain amount of time. You know, it's just too much for me. Like, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's for me. And a lot of people love it. I just like the fact that I can turn on my app and hop on there if I wanted to. Um, Dawn says also it's it's better to do Grubhub getting, is it better to do Grubhub getting schedule blocks or just go online? So Donis is basically asking, should you schedule block with Grubhub or should you just hop on? That depends because I remember, because things change. Now keep in mind, you'll always hear me say this, things change. So things may be okay when it first launches or when it first starts or whatever the month is or whether the year is, but then maybe a few weeks or a few months it'll change. So it also depends on how many drivers or couriers or whatever you're doing are in your area. And I know, like for me, I used to just be able to hop on there without a schedule block and get busy. Like I would stay busy. But now, even though they offer that, where you can just hop on and hop off whenever you want without a schedule block, you can still do okay. But it depends on where you are. Some people, like in New York and Philly, and maybe even Atlanta, but I know mostly like up north, stuff like that, they do very well. So they're gonna always stay busy. You understand? And so even if they do off blocks, they still do good. But the downside to doing off blocks is that they'll usually give you like rotation orders, basically orders that nobody wants or those that have been rejected. And so usually those are orders that have been waiting for too long or that have like a very low payout. For instance, like $4 orders, $3 orders, $5 orders, $6. To those that don't want to take it, they'll send it to you if you're off block because usually those that are on block are priority. And someone just asked, is DoorDash stealing our tips? I don't know. Like, I honestly, like, and maybe I should pay more attention to this. However, like when I do DoorDash, and you guys will have to excuse me because my son was at a concert and he's just coming back. So if I take a quick second to talk, it's him coming back inside the house. But I don't know. Like I've heard, and I actually seen a video. There's a guy here in Florida. He's this Russian guy and he does app-based gigs, but he's up in Jacksonville. And it was a very good video. It was a very good video, but it kind of gave like a breakdown of tips. And basically he was explaining how DoorDash kind of like makes it seem like, okay, this is what we think you should get. I don't know. You have to look it up. I forgot his name. But it was a deep video. It was something to think about. And he actually showed it. He broke it down. I was like, wow. And he actually ordered food himself. It was deep. And it makes you think like, But I really can't say because I can't speak on that because I don't know. Jay just asked, what was your starting base for Instacart and what is it now? Did they roll out the new pay structures? To Orlando yet? Jay, when I first started Instacart, I got hired in October of 2016. And I started working in November 2016. So at that time, I want to say it was like $8.75 or $9. I want to say it was like close to like $9 base pay, and it was like a quarter per item. So I was doing really well. Excuse me, for about a year and a half, and then the base pay now, but it depends on your zone. So, for instance, like right now, the base pay is about $3 or $3.25. But there's so many zones. But some other zones might be like $6. Some might be still $8, but usually it's around $3 or $4. It's not that much. Daytona is about the same. And I'm scrolling up through some of the comments. I hope that answered your question, Jay. I hope that's okay. Someone just said, I'm dashing now, and a customer just asked me if we get them. I told her I don't know. Yeah, because it's hard to explain the DoorDash breakdown. But like I said, there are videos out there that will show you, because I don't really get to whole tip stuff because I just do it part-time, and I know I should pay more attention to it, but I do DoorDash every once in a while. I mean, I do it like every other day or something like that, but it's kind of like maybe a few hours here and there, but I could do very well, like you've seen in some of my videos. However, I just think that their payout is kind of similar to Uber Eats in a way because they don't pay as much. Some places do, but it's all right. Jay says I was $12 and now I'm 325 in Phoenix. Wow, $12. And they said, P.S. I love your videos. Best platform blogger on. Aw, thank you so much. And that's one of the things I want to talk with you guys about. And I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to probably talk about it when I start to do more live videos. But I think I will do a separate video about my next platform, because I wish everybody could have stayed, because that's one thing I want to share with you guys, that you guys know that I'm going to be working soon, but also the Lord has shifted me to do other stuff. And so, I'm just kind of focusing on a whole bunch of different stuff right now. But I want to kind of keep everything kind of in like a box, you know what I'm saying? And not be all over the place, because I still got to finish this film project and stuff. And one of the things I'm working on my other channel is that I'm working on it's going to be a YouTube channel more for those who are interested in starting a business, those who have a business, and those that are looking to rebrand. Basically, it's going to have a lot of information, a lot of help, and stuff like that. And so most likely how I'm going to set that up is basically it's going to be more professionally done than this one. And so the majority of the time when I do these videos, like, I'm always using my cell phone. Like, you will never see me use my DSLR because it's a professional camera, but it's just, it takes too long to get set up. And of course I can use like a smaller Sony or whatever, but it costs money. And so, but this channel is going to be, it's going to be more focused on just like marketing, and just, it's going to have every topic you can think about. Almost every business that you want to get involved in, I'm going to talk about it. And not even just also business, but even leadership. There's some people who actually help with leadership. And so I'm going to have like guest spots, like guest interviews, live streams. It's going to be really, really neat. And actually, I had a blog, y'all. I had a blog a few years ago. And at that time, I was living with my grandfather because he was sick. And so when I was staying there, because I was working in education and I quit so I could move and help him. Long story short, I had a very good blog and I had guest bloggers. And the blog was growing. I was starting to get a lot of traffic. And I had, like I said, I had guest bloggers that would come on there and blog, and it would be great. And I'll get to your guys' question. Don't worry. And so at that time, and then I just kind of like let it go, because it wasn't like a big focus for me. But I tell you guys, like, for the past few months or so, like, I just been praying, and this is what God downloaded in my spirit. And so this is going to be something that's going to be so awesome. Like, I had to have my designer to redesign my logo, because I had let it go, and I had to just, I'm working on the website. I mean, I'm working on different projects. And so, and one of the main reasons also why I want to do this is to help people that want to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people that are transitioning from the workplace to doing these app-based gigs, to starting a business, or going back to work, And then there are also people who just decide just to work from home, whether it be customer service or sales or whatever. And so this is going to be awesome. It's going to be for people who write books, people who are interested in writing a book, people who want to do art and how to sell your art. Maybe you want to start a business in fashion, or maybe you want to start a business in real estate. I mean, it's going to cover every topic, just almost every topic you can imagine. And so, and it's going to be great. And so, some of you guys, if you have subscribed to my newsletters, you probably would have got the email. I sent out an email the other day, and basically giving a quick overview of my next upcoming channel and the next project. So there's going to be a website. So you guys like this channel, the next one's going to be really, really nice. And so I know that, like, I love you guys. You guys have been so good to me and stuff. And I thank you for your viewership. But I'm saying, like, once that time comes to where I'm off of these platforms, I'm not gonna be doing these videos anymore. I mean, I'll still have my content up and stuff, and I'll do videos every once in a while. But I'm saying, like, once I stop doing app-based gigs, then that's it. And so I don't believe in just putting stuff up there if I'm not doing it. But I'll do like Q&A videos and stuff. Yeah. But I just feel like when you're starting to climb up the ladder, you have to keep climbing, and you have to keep going, and not look back. And so, I mean, it's not going to be right now, but it's going to be in the near future. So once I'm actually done completely, then that's going to be it. So think about it. Like, what if you were blessed and you had a business and you're making like $100,000 a year, or you had like your own TV show or something? I mean, are you going to prefer your own business and a TV show, or still deliver food or groceries? Which one are you going to pick? You know, because, and I hope you're able to discern what season you're in. Now, some of you guys aren't in the same season as everybody. You know what I mean? Like some people right now, some of you guys had just got on these platforms. So it's okay if you're just transitioning to this. I mean, you're fine. But for some of you guys that are ready to get out, those are the ones I'm talking about. Those you guys that are ready to transition. And some of you guys might have to work just like I did. Like I had to work for a while, but that's something I have to do. And so, but these app-based gigs are great if you want to be able to save a little extra cash, even if you're just doing it part-time, to save some cash to do something else. Or maybe you want to save to go back to school, like all that kind of stuff. So I'm going back up to the comments. I'm sorry. It's a lot of comments. Let's see here. Jay says, no, Don just said, sorry, it was $14. Now it's $5.50 here in Long Beach. Oh, you're in California. You know what, girl? I thought you were in Texas. Oh, Don just said she got hired, was shipped. Congratulations. Queen just says, thank you for the time to speak out, honestly, open and freely about these app-based gigs. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Queenie. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Miss Davis just says, hi, would love for you to swing by our fourth quarter game plan on October 27th to talk about app-based and side hustles. It's at the Sheraton Lake Buena Vista. Can you DM your charge? Oh, hi, Tashawn. I think I know where that's at. Is that off of 192, Tashawn? Hopefully, if you're still there, leave a comment. Actually, Tashawn, if you can, shoot me an email. That would be great. If you want me to come by to speak at your event, my email address is actually in my comment section, but you can email me at info@theblesseddriver.com, or you can just go to my website and then click on contact and then submit your information, and then I'll just talk to you about that. I mean, it's no big deal. I'll definitely work with you. And Jay says, what's your favorite app to track mileage? There's MileIQ, but there's one from Quicken to track mileage and stuff like that. That's one that I usually would use. And then Jay just said, what is your opinion on Costco batches with the hoard water orders, and do you deny those batches? Actually, with Costco, I don't do Costco orders anymore. And I have a note from my doctor, and I had to send to them, and it took them 7 months, which is ridiculous. It took them 7 months for them not to send me any more batches, and I believe that they did that on purpose. But I had injured myself last year, and it was a really severe shoulder injury. But it wasn't so much of me carrying heavy stuff, but it was the fact that I had tendonitis, and I had it was calcium deposits that were inside of my rotator cuff, and so I guess with me constantly lifting and carrying that stuff on my shoulders, it made it worse. And so it was the worst pain. It was worse than childbirth. I'm telling you, it was that bad. And so after that, the doctor was like, you can't carry that stuff on your shoulder anymore. So long story short, they took it off and they would add it back. Take it off and add it back. Back and forth, back and forth. And so finally, after 7 months, they finally stopped it. But now they're trying to send me BJ's orders. And so I just deny them. I don't do them. And, and my thing is, I'm not going up 3 or 4 flights of stairs, delivering like a 48 case of water. You know what I'm saying? And then I get $3 for it. Scratch that. Don just says, thank you. I'm trying to move on from these apps, working on my career as special effects makeup artist. Okay, that's what's up, Don. You should come here to Orlando because I need somebody soon. That's what's up. So yeah, but yeah, Tashawn, I don't know if you're still on here. Tashawn, did you stay or did you go? I will have to find her because she's asking me to do a speaking engagement. She just left. Oh, Tashawn, okay, you're there. Yeah, girl. You're looking to move by January. Okay. Yeah, Tashawn, yeah, go ahead and just shoot me an email at either info@theblesseddriver.com or theblesseddriver@gmail. You can also go to my website and just click on contact and submit, and we'll definitely work that out. I mean, we could talk about something. And so, wow, that sounds interesting. I would be very excited to do that. Thank you. So, Tashawn, are you here in Orlando? Just let me know. Because I don't come out to the Lake Buena Vista area that much unless like I go out to Disney, or if I'm going to, it's not downtown Disney anymore. I think it's Disney Springs or something, but I know like my son goes down there sometimes with his dad. Tashawn just says, I lost the chat. Oh, it's okay. It's by Disney Springs. I would love to do It's a Christian event. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Tashawn, as we're speaking, go ahead and shoot me an email or contact me on my website, and then we'll talk about it. And I'll give you my number, which I hardly ever do that. So yeah, I'll give you my number, and we can talk about it. So that would be great. So yeah. So I mean, the main thing is, guys, is that I know that I'm shifting. And so like I feel kind of bad in a way because I know like once I'm shifting to do something else, like I would hate to leave you guys behind. And I know like good things come to an end. I mean, I'm not closing down my channel. I'm not doing none of that. Like I'm still adding on. I'm still building. But this is going to be also for people who come after me. It's kind of like running a race. And you know, like when you're running a race and you're in like the Olympics, and then you pass the baton to somebody else, and then that person runs, and then like they pass it. That's what it's like. And so I know after I do this, there are going to be other people that's going to come after, and just like you guys, like I'm sure that there's a lot of people that start after you. And so even with these app-based gigs, things change. You know what I'm saying? Like things change all the time. And so what may have been one thing in one season, it might be different for other people. Jay just asked, who or what do you like to watch on YouTube? Oh, wow. Wow. Who or what do I like to watch? Okay, one of my favorite YouTubers. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTubers, y'all, but one of my favorite people to watch, his name is Roberto Blake. And you might have heard me say this before in my previous videos. Roberto has like 1,000 something videos, if not more. This guy is the bomb. He makes videos about content creation, about making YouTube channels, about how to start your business, how to build your brand. If you are a creator, if you're a designer, I mean, he was actually at VidCon, y'all. He got selected to speak at VidCon out in California. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that's a blessing. So he's one of my favorite. I watch him often. I watch a lot of art tutorials. I was watching some today. I was watching some, like when I do my art. I watch a lot of tutorials to try to get new techniques and stuff like that. So and there's some other ones that I watch, but I know they're kind of questionable. But sometimes I watch some of these and no, probably shouldn't. Some of these what do you call them? I guess you call them gossip columnists, like columnists or whatever. And I usually don't, but I recently started, and I guess with the whole Cardi B and Nicki Minaj thing, you know, what's her name? Tasha K or something like that. I started watching some of her videos, but then I kind of weaned myself off of them because she cusses too much. She uses a lot of profanity. Yeah, drama channels. I guess like Lovely Tea and all them. But it's just my thing is I realized when you watch a lot of that tea stuff, it's like it's a time waster because what other people do in their life, no celebrities, that's them. And so the more you get caught up in that kind of stuff, you start to waste time, drama. You know what I mean? And so you start to like lose focus. And so I don't care what other people are doing, you know, and you really shouldn't because it sounds so good, you're like, wow, what's that? But then it's like a time waster. And my thing is, I highly doubt that somebody like Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey, like successful people, you know, are sitting down and worried about, you know, who hit who with a shoe, you know, who cares? And so, but I ain't gonna lie, they're good. But I usually watch stuff like also. But a lot of art channels. I watch a lot of art channels, and oh, it's another girl. Her name is Genesis Dorsey. Actually, we have friended each other on Facebook. She's a great content creator. She's awesome, and mostly it has. I watch a lot of. Oh, also crime channels. I watch Crime Watch Daily. I watch that almost every day. I watch a lot of crime shows. You know, like TV One, Fatal Attraction. I watch drama shows. I watch videos on how to like edit filmmaker stuff, you know, stuff like that. So Jay says that's my guilty pleasure. Oh, you're welcome. And so yeah, guys. But anyway, like I said before I go, definitely like when I start the channel. Also, once I complete this video, I'm gonna try to, because it's been like 30 minutes. And I'm thinking if I should leave this up or not, because a lot of live videos I don't, even though this is kind of like open Q&A. I might leave this up. But if you guys have looked at my last maybe 3 videos or so, you'll see in the description box or kind of like below that I left a link to a newsletter. Oh, thank you, Don. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the blessing. She says, thank you so much for sharing and answering our questions. Thank you, Don. God bless you. So if you guys look at the description box below, I appreciate that. Don just hooked me up with a blessing, financial blessing. Thank you. Um, I have a link to a newsletter, and the newsletter is called The Successful CEO. And so this is actually my next project, which is going to be my next channel basically. And so it's going to be a lot larger. However, I just don't want to. I would hate for you guys to be stuck here, like to be stuck on focusing on making money for somebody else. Like these, right? I mean, even though you can start your own, and I'll still talk about that. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I know I said I would. Like I'm gonna still do those videos and stuff, but as far as like starting your own delivery, your courier service, all that kind of stuff, I'm still doing those. I haven't forgotten, but I want to make sure like those of you guys that may feel like you're stuck, I want to help you guys get unstuck. Or even if you're maybe having some issues with trying to figure out what kind of career you want to do, because I know some of you guys are probably like maybe like your 20s through maybe your 60s or so, and maybe you've been to school or you're kind of like, all right, I stopped going to school or I have my degree, but now what? And so a lot of people are in that state of like, now what? And we don't know where our economy is going to go within the next 5 years. And so, a lot of stuff with politics has a lot to do with where we are. And so I definitely want you guys to just look at things from a different perspective, especially if there are things that you want to do with your life at this point in time, especially for those of you guys, such as myself, that have children. Like, I have a son. And so, he's looking at colleges. And like a couple of weeks ago, we were just at Stetson University here in Florida. So Stetson is a very prestigious school, and it's not Ivy League, but it's one of the top schools in the nation. And so, it's very, very nice school, but it's a private school, but it's centralized. It's really nice. And so you got to have not only good grades, but they look at your character, and it's expensive. And so, but I mean, he's in the bright futures, whatever you call it. I mean, he's doing a lot. And so I'm thinking about his future, and he's a junior now. Next year, he's a senior, and then he's off to college. And so I want to make sure that I'm in a better place before he goes to college. And so I want to make sure I have a nest egg, not just for him, but for myself. And I know what they say, you should always have at least like $1,000 in your account. And I think it kind of sucks that I'm in a place where I don't have that. And I should. I mean, especially with me being 40, like, I mean, I should be in a better place by now. And that's another reason why I'm creating this next YouTube channel, is because I feel like I know I should be in a better place. And I got so distracted by things in life. Not only that, I mean, I got hit with a lot of spiritual warfare and stuff, but it's like so many things I allowed to distract me where I should be going forward. You know what I'm saying? And so, but this YouTube channel that I'm doing, like the Blessed Driver, like this channel has been not only a blessing to you guys, but it has been a blessing for me, because, I never thought that I would get to where I am now. I thought I was just going to be on here just talking, just doing videos, just having fun. But I'm realizing that there's such a bigger plan to what I'm doing than just talking about app-based gigs, because, I'm not planning on closing this down right now. I'm not. I just want you guys to know that, because people are like, where are you going? But it's just that, I have to make sure that I'm going in a place where God wants me to go, and that, I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, I have to stay here, because, I have to keep moving, And so, but I still have tons of content to come. And my website, my website is going to have more stuff on there, especially for those that are transitioning or are doing this part-time, because these app-based gigs are full-time for some people like myself. And how I got this is a miracle. Like this apartment stuff is a miracle. And so, but I know a lot of people just do, like, for instance, like someone just says, keep moving, but still vlog for us. Oh yeah, definitely. Now, but you guys definitely, like, if you go into my other videos, like, you'll see that the link is the Successful CEO, and it's a link to my newsletter. So once it launches, you guys will actually see what I'm doing. And so it's going to be content just like this, but it's going to be more focused, and it's going to be like just really deep. And so definitely it's going to help you guys, especially when you want to get off of here. So that's my thing to you guys. You guys don't want to do this all the time. And especially because all of us that are on here are either interested in the platforms or are already on them. And so, of course, because we're all on these platforms, what we talk about on these YouTube channels is what you're interested in, right? But what's going to happen when you get off of it? Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to go back to work? Are you going to, start your own business? Are you going to go back to school? And so this is why I would love to have an outlet for people that are winning themselves off of this stuff to do something different. You feel me? And so I love to help people. I love to help people birth their purpose. You feel what I'm saying? And so, but this stuff, guys, like the economy changes all the time. You see, and especially for those that do this full time, if something happens, I always say this, like if there's like a natural disaster, if there's like a hurricane or a tornado, or God forbid, if there's like an attack on America or something, like whatever, and the economy goes down, or people aren't ordering food, people aren't ordering groceries, people aren't ride sharing, like what are you going to do? You feel me? There's a lot to go into that. And so it can happen to any business, but there are certain careers and certain types of businesses that can sustain themselves even during a hard time, even during a hard economy. You know what I'm saying? And so pay attention to the trends, not just what's trendy, but the trends. And me here in Orlando's growing. I'm not joking, y'all. Like every time I turn around, for those of you guys that are here, Orlando, it doesn't look like how Orlando did about 20 or 30 years ago. It's starting to change, even 10 years ago. If you guys go out there to Winter Park, like my dad used to work for the guy that is building Winter Park, like the it's called the Signigan Corporation. He used to work for that guy. And so how it's looking all fancy now, Orlando, like especially from like Winter Park on down, it's starting to look like Beverly Hills. Like if you guys ever go to, like, I've never been, but I've seen on TV, like Rodeo Drive and stuff, it's starting to look just like that. Very high-end condos and apartments, expensive homes, and even down to like Seminole, because like me, I live in Seminole County, and so it's like they're starting to tear down. I'm starting to tear down buildings, building these fancy-looking apartments, houses. I'm like, what's going on? Things are starting to change, and so I want to make sure that you guys, either you can do it or not, follow what's going on in the trend. Okay, a lot of people are getting into real estate. If you're interested in real estate, what kind of real estate? And not just flip houses, and then you lose it. And then you're like, okay, how did I get here? Just know how to start from point A to point B, and make sure that you know what you're doing, and actually you start to build your brand from the ground up the right way. I feel like I'm preaching. Can I get an amen? Tashawn just says you will get there. We are the same age. Tashawn, what? You're 40? I can't see your whole picture, but girl, yeah, you have natural hair too. Yay. And she says I have a couple of resources to help with college costs if you need some. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, and someone just says when the hurricane happened, oh, sorry, North Carolina, a business for medical blown and platelets slow down. I'm sorry, Raw Trick, if you can reword that, I'm not sure. Jay says 42. All right, anybody that's 42, 40, anybody that's in their 40s, just give yourself a hand clap. Dawn is 40. I'm 40. Jay is 42. And I'm assuming that Tashawn's 40 something. 40. So a lot of us 40 something. Yeah, the 40s club. And you know what? I was thinking about doing like a YouTube channel for like 40 like women in like their 40s. Cause girl. Yeah. So yeah. Walter, if you can reword that, because I'm not quite sure like what you're saying. Oh, okay, Tashawn, 40. Yeah, and so like there's some things I want to work on, but I realize with me, what I have for me, like I have so many great ideas. Like I'm a very creative person, but I realize that you can have so much creativity to the point where it can slow you down. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just be like have so many great, but what I have, the more I pray about it, I'm telling y'all, God, he'll start to wipe stuff out, and he'll be like, that's a distraction. That's a distraction. That's a distraction. So I'm thinking, okay, but the projects that have remained are the ones that I know that are destined to be. And so, for instance, like this particular channel, I just thought I would get on here and have some fun, but I'm realizing that this is going to be part of a brand. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord. Branding. And so like about 2 months ago, I started to restructure even my Instagram. I'm still, because I have so many posts, since I was on there, but I've been deleting them. I have been deleting posts, like stuff that's kind of irrelevant, stuff that's silly, you know what I mean? And so even certain things that I post on Facebook, because I used to just be on there just letting it rip. And also like people love what I post on Facebook because I post a lot of deep stuff, but I'm realizing that when you reach a certain, and not just a certain age, but when you mature mentally, you start to like think about stuff that you say, stuff that you do, how you dress, how you interact with other people, all those things. And there will come a time where you be like, you know what, I need to grow up. And we could be in grown people's bodies, but still like, 5-year-old up here. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, hold on, Jay. I'll get to you in just 1 second about that. Antra says, "I love your content and spirit." Thank you, thank you. So, you guys, if you would like to, join me on the next channel, I would love to see you guys over there because I'm telling you, like you think this is good, it's going to be great. And so, once again, it's called The Successful CEO, and that's going to be my next YouTube channel. And so, I have a link to the newsletter. If you sign up for I'm not selling anything. If you sign up for the newsletter, you'll be able to get information on the content and when it's going to launch and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing like 1,000,001 things at one time. But yeah, so like, cause like these app-based gigs aren't going to be forever. You feel what I'm saying? And so once I kind of like wean myself off, that's where I'm going to be. And so people are like, don't go, don't leave, don't go anywhere. But I'm gonna still be here, just on a different platform. I mean, I'm not leaving this, but just focusing on other stuff. Thank you so much, Antra. I appreciate that. Mr. Rice, I think it's a guy, says, when the hurricane occurred in North Carolina, the request for blood and platelets from the Red Cross slowed down a lot for delivery. You know, I didn't know that people deliver blood. Like, I didn't know you can do that. Like, they don't want my blood because I barely have any. Like, I'm very anemic, so like I have like only so much. But I didn't know people deliver blood. That's a business now. Jay says, you seem very excited about it. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and this is for everybody. Like I don't care if you're male or female, your ethnic background, whatever. Like I love to see people just go for it. And let me tell you guys, there have been people, I'm telling you, there have been people that started their own grocery delivery business because they got sick of Instacart's tomfoolery. That's the best way to say it. You know what I mean? And so they have their own. And I meant to do a video. I know I've been saying this, but there's a girl. I think it's a girl or a guy because the name is kind of androgynous. But it's like they have their own grocery delivery, and it's similar to how DoorDash do theirs with Walmart. But and I told them that I would promote it for them at no cost. Just I'll give a shout out and I'll show them how it works. And it's pretty nice. It's not that bad. But I think, like I said, this is for people. This channel is going to be more so for people who are just transitioning from 9 to 5. Those that may have gotten fired. Those may have whatever they want to do, and they're just doing this either part time or full time. But the other channel is going to be a spinoff of this one. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a blog before, and that's kind of let it go. It was somewhat successful, but I just let it go. Just wasn't focusing on it. But now it's the time. And I'm thinking, man, I'm 40. I'm starting to see fine lines, and I see like 2 pieces of gray hair up there. I don't want to be like old to be like, oh God, what was my purpose? And he'd be like, you were on the earth how many years, and you're just not figuring out your purpose, And so, I mean, yeah, I'm just taking things step by step, day by day, but not getting overwhelmed with stuff to where all these great ideas become a hindrance. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm putting things in one box and just taking it slowly, like this. See my art? You got to see it up close because I know it looks like kind of scribbly, but if you see it up close, it's really nice. And so I'm doing my art and stuff, and I post it, and people like it. My jaws. Jay says, no, it was slow because they were giving blood. Yeah, I had thought you were talking about people deliver blood. Yeah, I have 2 gray hairs. She said, yeah, child. I'm like, oh Lord. And so on, but I can't take this off because, girl, my hair is big. It's like it's a big afro. It's big. And I have 4C hair, and child, you put a comb in it, the comb will break. Don says, I started getting gray hairs when I hit 30. So yeah, guys, 30. No. Tashawn says, yes, an idea a minute. Yes, it's an entrepreneur mind. I look forward to your new channel. It sounds like my heart too. I love seeing people do what God has called them to do. Thank you, Tashawn. Tashawn, please don't forget to email me. Email me like right now. I want to see it right now. Jay says, I'm a stylist, so I know. Miss Aiken says, I have great respect for you and getting your hustle on. Follow all your dreams. Slow down a little so you can give yourself best on all your projects. True. I wish you the best. Thank you, Miss Aiken. Yeah. And that's how we do stuff in the spirit of excellence, It's kind of like, God wants us to do things in the right way. And I realized that that's something that I'm learning. Oh, thank you. I want to share this share this with y'all. I'm gonna grab my Kindle, and I want to show y'all something real quick because this is something else that's been encouraging me, y'all. And I can't show you on my phone because my phone is what I'm using. Let me show you just 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I have a Kindle, right? And please don't make fun of my nails because I had got acrylic on them, and so I was just peeling the stuff off. This is my son's old what do you call this? A Kindle. He has a newer one. It's really nice. I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna show y'all something. This is what I've been doing in my spare time. Um, Rita says, I'm natural and totally gray and I love it at 54. Okay, that's what's up. I'm not ready to do the gray yet because I am going to get my hair colored eventually, but I need to start going to a salon, which I don't do. Tashawn says, I can't. Don't want to miss anything. Okay, so I'm getting my Kindle on. One thing I have been doing, you guys, that I have been, this is part of me growing up and trying to rebrand myself and restructure myself, is what I have been led to do is start to read more. Now, if I go into my bedroom, because I have like big plastic bins full, I have like tons and tons of books. And it makes no sense for people to have so many books and don't read them. And I would say about 85 to 90% of my books are faith-based books, like mostly like on leadership or spiritual warfare or prayer, leadership, or mostly Christian books or whatever, or Bible study books, books like that. And I have also some books on photography, on entrepreneurship, things like that. But all right, this is what I have on my Kindle. Now, this book right here, I don't know why I feel led to promote this, but it's called Brands and Bucks. It's by a girl I know. Her name is Colleen. I haven't seen her and talked to her forever, but she's almost famous now. Almost, not quite. It's a ebook, and a book I have is called Six Figure Bloggers. Okay, it's an ebook I downloaded from Kindle, and one book I bought for I think $8, and the other one I bought for 99 cents. But one of them actually is at regular price now. But when it was 99 cents, I grabbed it. And it's by Sally. It's by Sally Miller. Her and her husband do like stuff on like blogging, and I love to blog. I love to not only blog, but I like to do video, like vlogging, just like this. And so I'm starting to educate my own self. And I know that a lot of people come on YouTube to educate themselves, right? And so I have been just doing, because like I love to open up a book and read it, but sometimes if like I'm on the go and I can't carry a book, if you guys can invest in one of these, like a Fire. Now the Kindle Fires might look different because the one that my son got for Christmas from my mom, it's almost like this, but it's slimmer. It's about the size of the screen and it's black and it's really nice. But this is his old one, so he gave it to me. Download ebooks. Download books that you can just go back to and highlight and stuff like that, because books you can lose, or the pages can get ripped, they can get wet, like whatever. But if you guys can invest in a Kindle or something like this, invest in one. And so there are so many ebooks and stuff that you can just download for like 99 cents, $1, a couple dollars, or whatever, and and just start to educate yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying don't go to school, but if you guys can just start to read. And that's something that I have missed out on, because that's how a lot of people become successful. I'm telling y'all, I read this in one of these books that I downloaded, that I bought, how my former friend became successful. She started to read, and she was to the point where she was almost so broke. I mean, she's wealthy now, but to the point where she went to a bookstore and she just was led to a certain section. She just read. And she kept reading. That's how she became successful. And once you guys pick up a really good book and read it, things will start to open up to you. You're starting to get new ideas. Excuse me, sorry. Give me a quick intermission. My son just came in. 1 second, guys. Hey, babe.
Hello.
How's the concert?
Really fun.
Come here.
What?
Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Come here. Just want to see how you're doing.
Her mom bought me a pizza.
Huh?
Her mom bought me a pizza.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to see my son? Please? Please? It's my baby, y'all. Y'all see my Pookie? They couldn't see you.
They did see me.
They didn't see. All I saw was hair. It's my baby, y'all. Okay, well, I'm glad you have fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk in a minute.
Tired.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. That's my son. Miss Aiken just says, "Great, you pronounce my name correctly, and no one else does that. Thank you. You're awesome." Yeah, Aiken. And so, yeah, guys. So, I'm sorry. Oh, Tashawn was like waving at my baby. Yeah, he was just at a concert. He had a really good time. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, y'all. So like, there's been a book. One thing I want to say to you guys before I go is that I know sometimes when we start to get the momentum of stuff or have focus, then all of a sudden we kind of lose focus and start to do something else or become too busy. And that's one thing that I have been struggling that I want to get over is like once I start to read a book, I want to be consistent with it. Because if you're not consistent when you read something, you'll forget it. You see what I'm saying? And then you kind of start to lose interest. And then whatever it was that you're supposed to have been focusing on as you were reading it, it kind of just becomes like a faded memory. And so this is why it's good to either get a book, that you can get like a print book, or get one of these, a Kindle. And so like I highlight stuff. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you. And so like that's one thing, like especially with blogging. I mean, there's so many things that you can do when it comes to like writing. Like I love to write, and so like I'm a highlight queen. Some people have these things that they like to do that, as far as like what you would call, I wouldn't say habit, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like when people collect stuff. I want to say obsession, but it's a word. I can't think of the word. But I really, really, really like office supplies. Some of you ladies, you collect shoes. Even guys, y'all like shoes. Some people like to buy clothes. Some people like to buy a lot of makeup, weave, whatever. Me, I don't know why, but I like office supplies. I like highlighters and markers, pens, paper. And I got so many supplies, I don't even use it. It's just there, just to look at. But this is something that I like. I don't know why. I need prayer. So Rita said, hoarder. Girl, a hoarder is my neighbor. He's a hoarder. Like, if you guys seen those hoarder TV shows, he's way worse. But anyway, back to the subject. So yeah, Jay says no. Yeah, I like office supplies, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not into the hair, the nails, and the makeup because I just wear a wig every day. But I do like office supplies. I will go to Staples and I will buy them out. Yeah, so like I just highlight stuff. And it's become like, see, I just highlight. You probably can't see it. Yeah, the screen. But yeah. So anyway, guys. I know a lot of people aren't interested in branding or just even like starting over to start their own gig. And even if you don't want to start a business, you guys might want to write. Staples is my target. So some of you guys are just interested in maybe like writing a book. And maybe some of you guys are interested in maybe doing like a children's book, or maybe getting to art, or maybe getting to photography, or just maybe you're interested in some type of a medical career, but you want to do something on the side that's creative. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. And so like that's what I want to do, is just help people and just get information and gather it and present it to you, and that's it. And so like do my thing as I do it, but then just kind of go from there. And so with that being said, I've been on here for about an hour now. And so like I said, guys, if you go into my previous videos, like you will see a link and it says subscribe to the newsletters for my upcoming project. And so if you can, I would love to see you guys on the other side, and just to give you guys more information about what I'm doing. And also I love to do live videos. I love to bring guests on to talk about their success to help you guys as well. And so that's what I want to do, is to help. It's to help. So if you guys have any questions before I go, that would be great. But now, because I'm getting ready to shut it down, I need to check on my baby because he just got home. He came home from a concert, so want to rap with him a little bit, see how it was, and shut it down for the night. So with that being said, you guys have no questions to Sean. Please don't forget about me, Ma. Don't forget to email me, because if not, I'm gonna come find you on Facebook. I can see you in the picture a little bit. It looks like you have like a little afro, so that might be your picture on Facebook. So I'm gonna find you. So don't forget about me. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It means a lot. Thank you, Dawn, for the blessing. Thank you for the hookup. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. And so I'm gonna try to come on live as much as I can to answer your questions and stuff like that. And so, like, I might try to start scheduling a time, but now that I'll be working, I'm not quite sure what my schedule is going to be sometimes, if they're going to change, because it might rotate. And so, but I will try to come on here more often to just rap with y'all, just like tonight. Jay says, wait, you didn't answer the DoorDash question about Walmart. Hey, Jay, you know what? As I was talking, I probably missed it. What was your question? Can you ask it one more time before I go? The DoorDash and Walmart question. Oh, Francine says, what time? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, because usually when I do these live vlogs, they're usually in the evening like this. Like, either when I get off or just whenever I just want to chill. Because usually during the day, people are working and stuff, or they're at school, or they're taking care of their kids, whatever. And so I try to do it in the evenings, because like I said, when I start to work, I don't know. I don't know what my schedule's going to be. And so sometimes I might be working late at night. I mean, not like midnight, nothing like that, but but when I come on here, you'll know, because you'll get a notification. So the best thing to do is just click on the subscribe to the little notification bell, and then you'll know. But if I feel like if it's going to be like a centralized topic that I want to focus on one particular topic, I will try to send out a newsletter. But I know most of you guys, like, I have like 4,300 subscribers or something like that, or if not more, something like that. And so everybody doesn't subscribe to my newsletter, so they won't know. So you usually know, like when I get on here. But because, like I said, I'll be working and stuff, I would like to schedule like a certain day, and it might be Tuesdays, because I seem like Tuesdays, but I try to keep Tuesdays reserved for me and him. But he just went out tonight. Tashawn says, I'm emailing you now. I got back on Facebook. I look forward to talking with you. Okay, Mom. Thank you so much, Tashawn. I'll be looking forward to it. And Jay says, does Florida have their DoorDash? Their DoorDashers do Walmart delivery? Yes, I actually do Walmart deliveries with DoorDash. I do. I did some last week, and so the only thing about DoorDash and Walmart deliveries, I'm gonna be real with you, is that it's almost like doing a delivery only, like with Instacart. However, you can get a very large order for nothing. So, for instance, like, you might end up getting for instance, DoorDash may send you an order that's like $6 or $7. You go to Walmart, you look at it, and then you see that the order is like 60 items, 80 items, 50 items, 100 items, and you're only getting paid a few bucks for it, and the customer may not even tip you extra, and you might have to go upstairs. Yeah, Jay, that's it. Yeah, she says 80 bags for $9. Exactly, that's exactly how it is. Francine says, my daughter was shocked you said hi. She says hi. Francine, your daughter? Oh, tell her I says hi. I'm not sure who your daughter is, but tell her I said hi. Yeah, so like the pay is kind of rough with DoorDash. But I just do it for extra money. And because of the way where I am right now, mentally, I'm just providing information on these vlogs. Like, I provide my experiences, my thoughts, my reviews. And so I know people are getting really deep into it, as far as like, oh man, this company's this and that. But now I'm over it. I just give you the information. I talk about my experiences. I talk about how it was for my day, or how much I make. But I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy stuff of it, because it's like, I'm trying to get off of there. I'm just trying to get past that, And so, Gone with Kale. Oh, Gone with Kale. Is that my fellow veganer? She says Amazon just announced a minimum wage to be $15 per hour. Does that apply to Flex? I don't know, but I believe not, because I believe the $15 per hour only applies because we're independent contractors. So being paid independent as an independent contractor is not being paid the same as a hourly or hourly employee. You see what I'm saying? And so you are hired by Amazon. However, if you are an independent contractor like myself, just with Flex, no. So we get paid different rates. And usually with us as flex drivers, we get paid more than those that get paid at a minimum wage. Francine says yes, Trinity. She want to say hi. She's all giddy, superstar. Hi, Trinity. How you doing? That's a beautiful name. It's Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And Kel says yes, yeah, girl. Like I was a vegan for a minute, like a year, but I broke down because I realized I was having some health issues. And I think because my estrogen was dropped, it was something going on with my estrogen. It was bad. I ain't gonna say it on here what was going on with me, but you know. And so, but then I don't know, but I'll have to talk about that later. Kale says, I heard that and thought that would be great for delivery plus tips. Yeah, and so I could talk about that on a different video and stuff like that. What time is it? Because I've been on here for an hour. I could rap with y'all all night. See, y'all don't want to tell me the time because y'all want me to stay on here, but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. Ooh, it's 10:45. Ciao. But yeah, I need to clean up a little bit and I need to clean up and check on my baby. So if you guys have any more questions, being vegan is hard. Yeah, I mean, I was doing great. I was losing weight. I mean, I gained it back, but it was something going on with my hormones. It was something with the estrogen or whatever, and I was eating way too much soy. I started to buy tofu. Baby, that stuff is not good for you. Oh, and kale. Kale, guess what I found out today? You guys, real quick before I go, I keep saying that, like, you know how it is when you go to church, the pastor says, all right, and we're getting ready to go, and I'm closing. And that's like the fifth time saying it, I'm closing. And you're like, the pastor's not gonna stop preaching. But yeah, I found out today. Oh, thank you, Kale. Appreciate it. Thank you, bless you. I found out today that because I'm an artist, y'all know that, right? You see my little piece of art? Gesso. It's made out of rabbit skin. 3 hours later, Tashawn, I know, right? You know how it is at church. You have to be like, all right, and we're getting ready to close. 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes. Can you give me 5 more minutes? And then congregation says, Amen. And then 5 minutes turns into like another 30 minutes, and everybody's upset. I won't even say nothing. I just let them preach. Yeah, let me show y'all something. I don't know why I feel like to show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all something, especially for this person, for one of my subscribers, Gone with Kale. I love that. Kale. 1 second, let me show you. Okay, I'm back. All right. Someone just says eliminate gluten. Yeah, I would love to do that. Because some of that gluten-free stuff, it's like cardboard. I appreciate that, Kale. She says, I love your channel. I never comment because I play the videos in my car. Oh, I thought you were going to say, I never comment because I'm afraid of like what you're going to say. Processed food is not good, I know. Okay, so what I was saying was gesso. For those of you guys that are artists, like myself, gesso is just a medium that artists use to put on their canvas to actually make a smoother surface or to put on an extra layer. Or sometimes, like what I usually do, instead of me throwing away canvas, I'll just recycle the canvas and just, use gesso and just to paint over it. However, it's white. It's just see, it's white. However, and it looks kind of like, almost like paint. However, a lot of people don't know it's made out of animal collagen. It's made out of rabbit skin. Rabbit skin. And I couldn't believe it. And I found this out, I think it was this morning or last night. I was watching a art video. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember. It was yesterday or today. And the girl kept saying something about animals, rabbit skin, rabbit skin. I thought she was just joking, right? But she was for real. So when I did my research today, all this time, and how many of you guys that are vegans, that are artists? Oh yeah, I'm vegan. No animals, but y'all been using gesso. It's animal skin. I'm like, what? And you put it on your canvas. That's what it is. I was like, oh Lord, we're putting animals on our canvas. This is terrible. Yeah. So that's what makes it thick. It's not good. And that's the reason now I'm starting to notice, okay, because I know with gesso, with any paint, because it's not really paint, it's just like a different medium, but it changes color. Like even if you use paint And it said like if you have a tube of paint, whether you use it or not, it might get hard or whatever, or it might start to look kind of like gunky. But that's over some long time. But I've only had this for so long, only a few months, and it's starting to change color, starting to smell. It smells like popcorn, but it's starting to change color, like almost brown. And I haven't even put any paint in here because it's animal products, animal skin. It's crazy. Ain't that horrible? Kayla's like, no. Yeah, it's bad. So a lot of stuff that you people be thinking that is not vegan or whatever or vegan, it's not. It's bad. So just so any guys that are artists, if you guys know any vegans out there that like art, tell them gesso it is not vegan. They use animal skin to. This is what it is. It's bad, but I'm gonna still use it because I gotta paint. Yeah, so I'm sure that there might be some vegan gesso out there. It's probably like $100,000 because that stuff is expensive. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. And so I'll be back on here. Don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter, y'all, because I want you guys. But what I'll do is I'm gonna actually do a separate video. I'm gonna do a separate video talking about the new and upcoming channel, and I'll let you know when the launch is gonna be and stuff like that. She said use it up. She says, does it stay in the bottle? Yeah. No, it's not gonna say in the bottle because it'll have some fancy word, and so you won't know. But I'm telling you, if you guys Google gesso or what is gesso made of, it's gonna say some kind of like animal or a rabbit collagen. It's skin from the rabbit or rabbit skin. I promise you, do it right now. GESSO. What is gesso made out of? And you'll see it. And that's why it's so thick and smooth. It's skin. That's bad. Anyway, y'all, thank you. Oh, God bless you too, Kale. Gone with Kale. I love that. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta bounce. I know I've been saying that, but I don't want to bore y'all, and I want to talk y'all to death. I ain't gonna say death. I cancel that. I want to talk y'all to life. And so but when I do the other stuff, I'm gonna announce it. And so if you guys have any questions, I might leave this up here. I think I'll leave it up there because a lot of people be making fun of me, be like, "Oh, your videos are too long." I agree. And gosh, when you get on with the subject, I'm gonna get to it. And so, but they don't realize that when you do a live video, sometimes they're long because people talk, they ask questions, you talk, and so it's interaction. And most live videos are long. They're usually like between 45 minutes to like an hour or two. Like I've seen some live videos that were long. And so I'm not gonna apologize about it because I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and so y'all are worth it. So anyway. She says, leave it up. I missed the first part. Oh, Sparkleland. I like your hat. All right, y'all. I got to go. For real, for real. She's like, I love listening to you as I drive, so I like it. All right, that's what's up. God bless y'all. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, leave them down there below. Shoot me an email, whatever. And I will talk with y'all later. Peace out.